Um, I am Charlotte Jowett. I do a Bachelor of Science in university. Just finished my first year, so yay. I used to live in Brisbane about 5 years ago, and then I moved up here. I turned 18 in October. That's pretty much it. I live in Caloundra, so if you see me in Kings Beach, holler at me.
Okay, so if you could just tell us a little bit about how long you've been vegan and what prompted you to become vegan.
So I went on my trip. I've been vegan for about, oh man, I think about 6-7 months now. What prompted me? To be honest, I literally probably have no idea like that instant, but when the first thing I heard was that we can't digest meat properly in our digestive system, like it actually rots in your stomach. That turned me off completely. So, and that was actually the day I looked at the bacon packet, and at the back of the packet it's got preservatives, it's got added stuff, it is disgusting. So that just turned me off completely. The fact that it actually affects climate change and the torture of animals, the whole environment, it's not just us, it's actually the whole environment, the animals, and the way we connect with everything that affects it as well. Like, you can't be closed-minded about it, you have to be open about it. It's meat, dairy, eggs, and all that, like it all contributes. So it was kind of like everything that really prompted me. So it was a little bit of research on my own journey as such. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Can you explain the difference between eating meat and not eating meat to someone that's a meat eater? Any changes or?
So I used to eat a whole chicken and tabbouleh for lunch. I mean, I used to destroy it, like it was just a food product when it's not. I used to eat so much meat because I thought there was like no carbs, it was just protein. It was better than eating like no good carbs and whatnot, because I trained so much. Maintain training, of course, and I don't know, like if you really think deep down, you actually feel heavy, like you do get bloated, and I don't know, like the difference that I feel that I'm so much more open compared to what I was then. Being vegan or vegetarian or whatever, not labeling yourself too much, just not eating meat, not having dairy products, you feel lighter within yourself and within your mind. Like, it's not a hippie thing, it's not, it's actually just the truth. Like, you will feel it. Don't label yourself as a hippie just doing it. It's just completely different. You're doing so much more for the environment. Do your research, because I've been vegan for 6-7 months. I have saved over 200 animals from what I've researched, and I have saved thousands of gallons of water, grains. I have decreased the amount of carbon dioxide intake as well into the environment just from cutting out meat and dairy. So it's the whole difference is it's completely different, and it's a whole lot better, definitely, and you get a lot more energy out of it. So I work out probably minimum is 3 days, maximum is 6 days. I have so much more energy, like a whole lot more energy, and it's like the best thing ever. Sleep's better. Sleep is a lot better as well, so that's pretty good too. So yeah.
How would you say the transition was for you?
Really easy, because I'm very open-minded and I listen to myself. But the thing is, when people make it so hard, they're too strict on themselves. They're like, oh, I've been programmed to think that this is giving me protein, this is giving me iron, this is giving me this is giving me that. It's like, well, if it's processed food, you're not getting any of it. And second, if you're eating meat and dairy products all the time, think of that stress and the torture that the animals have gone through, and think of the processes in your stomach and with your mind, with your whole body, what it's going through, and it can't process it, so therefore you're stuck with all this excess. And I just lost track. What was the question again? How was the transition? That's right. I don't know, like, it was just really, really easy. When you've done research and when you really think what you're eating, you really start to consider, hey, is this actually good for me? Is this good for the animals? Is this good for the people that's around me? Because at the end of it, it's not. Like, people, unfortunately, people are stuck in the short term. They don't think long term. Like, it's good to be in the present, yes, but you need to think of yourself in the long run. Would you rather be sitting in a hospital bed, like thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna afford thousands and thousands of dollars for me to get cancer treatment or whatever treatment you need? Or do you want to be sitting and walking somewhere and you're 90 years old and you're fine? Like, you got to think of yourself and others in the long run as well as in the present. And you got to think, okay, am I going to be happier? Those are the biggest questions that you got to ask yourself, the real questions. You can't just be like, all right, so I'm going to have this meal. Which one's going to give me protein? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? I'm pretty sure a cow eats so much grass, and look how big it is. A rhinoceros, come on, like, how big are they? A giraffe. You think of how big they are. You don't need meat. You got to think of what you can have and what can process properly, and within your mind as well. It's not just your gut. It's literally everything. Input and output. We are a system. Everyone is a system. You have to think of what you're going to put into your body.
What advice would you give to someone that's thinking of becoming vegan or vegetarian? Are there sort of specific places that you went for research or from your own personal experience?
So this is only my personal experience. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own guides. So ask people. Just be acceptive of others' opinions, whatever they are. Just be acceptive and take it into consideration. It's just like reading books. When you really connect to something, you really connect it, even if it's not the whole book. It's just a little bits of it. It's exactly the same. Ask people. Read about it. Get into your books. You can get into the internet, just not too much of it. Just do a little bit of the internet. It's good in ways. And go to cafes and restaurants. Try different foods. Maybe make foods at home. Like, that's interesting. Like, let's just say nachos. You can make nachos vegan. It's really, really fun. You can make spaghetti bolognese vegan, like with lentils, and it will still taste great, even better than meat. It's not heavy, it's lighter, and you will feel better. Just even with a friend, do it with a friend actually, because that is really, really fun. And it's like your own journey. Don't feel that you're pressured into it. It may take time for you, it may not, but definitely recommend reading into it, making your own food, see how you go, see how they taste, ask people about it, ask professional people as well. Naturopaths are amazing. I love naturopaths. So definitely go into little stores and see how they think, and see like different types of vegan stuff, even herbal medicines that you can use as well.
So for those that aren't vegan, can you tell them typically what you would eat? So whether it be training days or non-training, kind of days, what would you typically eat day to day?
What would I eat? Oh my gosh. It's funny when people ask me that because there's so much that you can eat and experiment with. It's just no animal product. Alright, when I'm training, alright, this is what my dad has taught me. So, when you're training really hard and you have rest days, you obviously kind of crave more in a way. So have lots of fruit in the morning because it just detoxes, well, your liver just detoxes naturally, but it cleanses your system in the morning. So you have all those nutrients in your body already in the morning. Have heaps of fruit. Protein, such as, you got quinoa, you got buckwheat, you got all those grains, you got legumes, you got your nuts in the morning as well, and veggies. So let's just say a smoothie, I'd have orange, kiwi fruit, maybe a bit of banana, and then I put kale, spinach, and celery. You think kale tastes disgusting? It doesn't. It doesn't taste anything. Spinach, you can't taste it. Celery, you put a little bit in, you can't taste it. It's really, really nice. And then you whip that up, maybe put a bit of coconut cream. I put a bit of powder like mushroom powder, maca, matcha, dandelion, all that kind of stuff. So it's really, really good for you. Whip that up, and then I put some topping on it. Like, let's just say a little bit of berries, bit of coconut yogurt. You put a bit of like spelt or oats or whatnot. Definitely go into source bulk foods. That's great. Just go into those little areas. So that'll be my breakfast. Or you could have biodynamic, gluten-free bread. So I have like rye bread, like straight rye. Really good for you. You can have multigrain. Just check your labels. Definitely check your labels with breads. You can just whip something up and you can make it with like veggies, bit of salt, bit of like apple cider vinegar, have that little bite to it. Avocado's amazing. Don't have to spend $22 on it. Yeah, that could be your lunch as well. You have so much to choose from. There are so many legumes out there. There are so many grains out there that you can cook with, or that you can eat them raw. So many vegetables, literally widen your range. Just anytime, literally experiment with it. You can get a lettuce leaf, put some legumes, put some chickpeas, put some quinoa, put some tomatoes in it because it's great for your heart. Capsicum, your herbs, and it's literally like this little taco thing, but it's not, but it is. It's really, really cool, and you get full from it. You do get full. You just need to listen to your gut. If you eat too much and you get bloated, you have something wrong with your gut. So you need to detox it yourself with eating raw, natural foods. That's with training and non-training, because obviously when you're not training, it's resting, and that's when you're really making the changes. That's when your body's like, okay, I gotta fix this, gotta fix that, you know. I'm doing it at the moment. It's my rest day today. And then when you're training, be like, all right, so I'm gonna train hard today. I'm gonna have banana this morning, oats, and then a bit more fruit, and then I'm gonna have like a tea or a juice or whatnot, and I'm gonna train really, really hard. Your carb intake is a good thing. People are like, carbs are bad. It's when you think carbs are great. When you get really good carbs, you need it. There's carbs in everything. I'm sorry, you can't just have a carbless diet. It's impossible because there are nutrients in everything. Don't think food is bad. If it's from the ground, if it's from the trees and it's natural, it's gotta be good for you. There's nothing not bad for you. Like, that's what people get wrong. So when you're training and not training, you eat good, healthy food. Just don't overeat it. Save it for the next day if you think so. Like, if you've made too much, save it for the next day. You actually don't waste money on it. So it's really easy. Just healthy foods, listen to yourself, not too much of this. There's more logic stuff. and just, just go with it. Don't stress so much about it, because stress onto your body, to your soul and your mind makes it so much more worse. Like, if you've had a couple of days break, don't stress, you're gonna get there. Time is limitless. Don't put stress into yourself. So don't label yourself too much about it. That's my big
So one of the common questions I think you've come across as well is, where do you get your protein from if you're not eating meat?
Where do you eat protein? Oh my god. Vegetables. I love vegetables, legumes, nuts, even in fruits you can get it. Like, broccoli is great. If you don't like broccoli, have some beetroot into you. If you don't like beetroot, get some banana into you. If you don't like banana, well, just range yourself with more vegetables. If you love legumes, you go with some legumes. If you love your nuts like I do, you get some nuts. You go nuts. Just experiment with it. Literally, like, spinach is great. Kale is amazing. All your greens, keep your body alkaline. Because bacteria won't grow into you and you won't get ill. Just heaps of veggies, legumes, nuts, fruit. Powders are great because naturopaths are great. Protein. You can get protein in anything. Literally anything. Heaps of vegetables. Because you do get full. If you don't get full, get some legumes into you. If you can't get full, get some more water into you. Because that lets it flow a bit more. So you can get protein in anything. You can definitely do research about it and what alright, so for beetroot, for example, that enhances a protein intake. Like with, I'm pretty sure there's like a process with beetroot. There's something in beetroot that consumes protein better. So with food combining, don't stress on food combining. Just like, there's a little bit of foods that just enhance it a little bit more, like a catalyst as such, like with the enzymes in it. It's really, really interesting, so definitely look into that. That's what I've looked into it, and it's great. So there's protein in everything, guys. Fiber, iron, everything like that. Take spirulina as well. That's really good for you.
And the next question is, have you noticed any changes within yourself, so that's physically, spiritually, etc.?
Oh man. Oh man. You literally glow. Like, it's physically, first couple of weeks I actually lost weight. Like, I've lost that excess weight. Like, I've been small, but I've just toned up more. If you want to look into that physical side of your body, feel lighter, more energy. Like, I'm not kidding, a lot more energy. If you don't get as much energy, you're doing it wrong. So you actually need. So we're going vegan, since we have had generations of meat, dairy. You need to be careful. So just either slow transition. Don't label yourself too much. If you want fish, you have fish. But if you cry over it the next day and you feel sick, that means you can't have it. So be careful, just experiment. That's what I need, just be careful because of what we've gone through in the past. But it's actually a really good experience. So it's just a lot of this. So we know everything. We know the mind. It's just being open to it and having this journey. We can control ourselves so much. If you're too strict on it, your body's going to be strict on itself and it's going to be stressed. That's what a lot of people go through, unfortunately. And it's a lot of this and a lot of listening to your body. Like, if you feel in here, all this energy in here, that you feel a whole lot better, and you keep going with it. Like, you feel good about it, you don't feel heavy. And that comes into, like, listening to your body comes with your spirituality. People are confused with spirituality. They They think it's just Jesus. They think it's just Buddha. Well, if you think about it, if you really, really think about it, isn't everything connected? Like, alright, see, I always think of a flower or a tree. Think of a tree, for example. It has roots, right? And then it just blooms up. Think of that connection with the earth, with the water, with the air, with the sun. Think of that with life itself. Input and output of everything. It's all connected. So we feel each other. Isn't that a connection as well? So when you put boundaries to yourself, when you get stress from something else, like animals, there's those boundaries, there's those doors closed, like you feel tight, you feel heavy, you feel that stress, it's not great. It's not great at all, and you feel awful, but you don't care because Macca's is like $2 for a burger. I'm sorry, you're eating a cow's head from the floor. I'm not kidding, you're eating bacteria and stuff. It's awful. Imagine if you were taken and you were used as a rape product. That's what I think of dairy. And then you were flown on the floor and you were killed and you were splattered and then you get traded in for Macca's. Just think of that. Like we are all animals here. We're species, right? But there's that, and then you think about just literally everything. Everything should be love. Everything should be free. Everything should be limitless as such. Like, we are limiting ourselves so much, and you ask the question, why? Why are we doing that? Why do we always have to fit into society when we want to be our true selves? Why do we have to impress others? You don't need to do that. You just want to be free, you want to be happy. You don't want to stay on the phone so much. Like, what I've learnt with the phone and being vegan and all that is everything is connected. There is so much to it. You can call me a hippie, you can call me a freak, you can call me silly, you can call me weird. I don't care, because I know myself so much. I love myself so much in here that it doesn't matter. Hippie is a label. It doesn't exist. Only you make it exist. Doing the veganism thing, just a label. A lifestyle is different to a label. So think of the differences between a lifestyle and a label. It doesn't matter. Just only we make it exist, and only you do it to yourself. So food is everything, of course, because food is amazing, but food is everything in the fact that it just connects to everything. So input and output, that is the biggest thing that I've ever learned, is input and output, the life cycles of life and yourself. So this is you, what you put out there, it comes back to you. So those are I've just elaborated on so much briefly, but it is the truth. So
Final question is, how have your friends and family been with the changes in food and lifestyle?
At first, I accepted that they did this. I love them to bits. I accept everyone for what they say and what they do. My parents were like, why are you going so alternative and hippie? What are you doing? Like, are you okay? You're not yourself. It's like, excuse me, I'm as happy as can be. Like, what is normal and what is alternative? Like, if I don't want to be normal, what is normal? Like, normal's being controlled, like, and being a puppet, like going out all the time and having to impress others. Is that being normal? Like, I don't want to be that. If I want to be alternative, then I'll be alternative. I'm not going to be under a label. So that's what I told to my parents, and they love me, and that's all that I want from them. I just want their love and acceptance. Even if they don't like it, if they accept it, that's all I love about it. Friends, I have great friends. I love my friends. For the first time in my life, I love my friends. Like, we connect in such a level. All of them, you know, some of them eat meat, some of them eat dairy. That's their choice, but they accept me for who I am because they love me. I love their energy. They love my energy, and we connect to such a level. And we could be different, but we're all the same. So I love their acceptance. They are not friends if they treat you like crap, obviously. So if they're like, oh, this pizza's so good, oh no, wait, you can't eat it, oh, what a shame, oh, is it so hard being a vegan, why are you so weird, why do you accept everyone, why can't you be catty, like, why can't you bitch about this person? I'm sitting there like, wait, what? Okay, you know what, you can do that, that is fine. I'm gonna do my thing. I love you, but that's not me. So I don't think we can connect to that level. So friends and family, just accept. The biggest thing in life is acceptance and love about it. Just anything at all. Just if they don't suit into your energy, into your life, accept that, love that, but just be like, hey, don't connect to such a level, but that's okay. But being vegan, just acceptance of it, really, and just loving whatever outcome there it is. So don't be too hard on yourself. If they don't accept it, don't be like, oh my god, they don't accept me and stuff. Just be like, hey, you know what, that's my choice. So it shouldn't affect you. But there have been some friends that will be like, hey, I want to try it. I want to go vegetarian, I want to go vegan, I want to stop doing this, I want to cut back. And you look at them and they're glowing. And you see it from their point of view, from my side of it. And it really works. And it's amazing to see because you love them so much. And that's the giving and receiving things in life. Like, that's the best thing that you can see. So, that's, yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add or like to share?
Follow your heart. Just do it if you really want to do it. Don't be scared. Like, you have one life. You're in this body once. Live it, right? There's nothing to lose when nothing is ever lost. So, like, you just do it and you will feel that glow. You'll feel happy. That's my gift to everyone, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Surrender, yeah. That's okay. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed that, actually.
Yeah. That was really, really good.